Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moon Podcast. So, Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jerseys will be retired at their spring game this weekend, I believe. So, should we have a problem with this, right? There's been a lot of uproar. I don't know uproar, but just a lot of eyebrow raising about Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter's jerseys being retired. Okay, I mean, they had a very short career at Colorado. Okay, only doing 2 seasons, and the school, right? This is the school's decision. Felt that it would be appropriate for them to go ahead and retire their jerseys. The Colorado Buffaloes announced this week they'll retire their jerseys, both numbers of Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders, as soon as the announcement was made. Controversy started brewing over the football team's move. Okay, the numbers will be retired Saturday at Colorado's spring game. It means no future Buff players will ever wear those numbers. Okay, we know that. Yeah. Okay, look, we look, man, they had a great season, man, last year or this past season. Okay. For Colorado standards and just kind of where the program has been. We've talked about that many times just last year. And winning, they won 4 games, winning 3 more games than they did the year prior, then going to a bowl game this past season. Okay, Deion Sanders didn't like the criticism, okay, for the jerseys being retired. He said if his last name, what Deion Sanders had to say was kind of weird. He said if his last name wasn't Sanders, we wouldn't have this discussion. Only reason we're having this discussion is because his last name is Sanders. That's it. There's been so many things accomplished at the university expeditiously. It's unbelievable, and I think we should be appreciative. We should be thankful. Okay, so are you saying that you're only getting your retired because it's your son's, because it's your last name? He's a Sanders. That kind of can add fuel to people's additional criticism of this. Okay, I think that. The way I view it, personally, I think it's weird to have their jerseys retired this early already. I don't mind their jerseys being retired down the road later. If the school wants to do that, but to do this very quickly, is surprising to me. That part is why people are saying, like, only because it's Deion Sanders' son, and Deion Sanders players, Travis Hunter is viewed as the son of Deion Sanders. So, I think, Deion saying that, it's going to buffer people's points. Like, they're only getting the numbers retired because of you, especially Shedeur Sanders, because of Shedeur Sanders. You know what I'm saying? You're the son of Deion Sanders. So, for Travis Hunter, I don't really have an issue with it, because he won a Heisman. Okay, they said the last time a player won a Heisman was in 1994. Yeah, Rashawn Solemn, and then he died in 2017. Okay, so he died in 1994. He won the Heisman. He won the Heisman Trophy in 1994, and then retired his jersey until his death in 2017. So it's been a while since they retired the jersey's number, or a Heisman player, a Heisman caliber player, or Heisman winner in Colorado. They retired his jersey, but only until he died. So it's been a long time, and it's a great honor, but I just feel like it's a little early. But I can also understand that no one was talking about Colorado. No one was talking about Colorado up until Deion Sanders took the job, and Shedeur and Travis Hunter came to the school, and they turned their fortunes around. They generated a lot of money. Coach Prime, the play on the field, the play on the field was electric against TCU, brought a lot of buzz, college game day, all that stuff. Then we fast forward this past season. We win in 9 games, get into a bowl game. They generated a lot of money to the school. So, look, Deion's not going to complain about it. Deion's not going to say, don't retire my son and Travis Hunter's jersey. He's not going to say that, but it's the school's idea. I think if anybody has a problem with it, it should be people with the issue with the school. Okay, but is Deion, because it's the Sanders tied to it, they're gonna get a little venom with this, a little heat, a little backlash from this. Okay, I don't think Shedeur Sanders or Travis Hunter was lobbying to get their jersey retired to Deion. Deion got a new contract. He's happy. Okay, he's happy that these 2 guys are going to the NFL. And I also think that a part of this too, of them doing this, is they want to be ahead of history. Yes, they made history at Colorado, or they've made more recent history in a good way. Colorado they feel very appreciative of what Deion Sanders and Shedeur and Travis Hunter and all the guys that came to play for Deion Sanders, what they've contributed to the school, money wise, everything, national recognition. It's a big deal. They've been a doormat for so many years prior to them getting there. So I do understand the quick trigger and when to do it. And also too is that these guys are going to be in the NFL. And if there's any positive news, you could. Let me finish this point. If there's any positive news of them performing in the NFL, doing really well, both of them, they are the, alumni of Colorado, right? And they want to make sure that if anything goes positively well in this, or things go extremely successful, they want to jump ahead of this and just go ahead and retire their jersey, right? And I feel like based on the money they've brought in, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman, Shedeur Sanders being a Sanders, are playing very, very well as a Sanders. You know what I'm saying? I think they want to honor Deion Sanders for picking their school, come in there. Deion Sanders, I bet, would have had a lot of opportunities to leave. He chose to stay, re-up on a contract to be in Boulder, Colorado. So overall, I don't have a big problem with this, but I can see why many will. And then also on top of Deion Sanders' statement, only because, it kind of undermines your own son in a way. Maybe, saying it's like just mention like that. If his last name wasn't Sanders, we wouldn't be having this discussion. We wouldn't. But if his last name wasn't Sanders and he didn't play well, and win the Biletnikoff? Not Biletnikoff. No, what was the Johnny Unitas Award or something like that? There's the best quarterback in the country award, right? So if he didn't win that award, you know what I'm saying, and he was an average, no, his jersey would not be retired. But because of just the buzz, the hype, the infusion of money, the play on the field, getting them the bowl game, Travis Hunter winning the Heisman, I can see in the school's eyes wanting ahead and do it, and being ahead of wanting to make sure that they got these guys' jerseys retired, knowing that they're going to be both in the NFL, and I'm very confident both guys will be very great in the league, right? So, I get it. It's Deion Sanders once again. People, we hear about Shedeur Sanders slipping in the draft and all this other stuff. So this is, is it good timing? Is it good timing for Colorado to do this while, they know that, they're trying to get these guys are focused on the draft? Shedeur Sanders is, meeting with these teams and trying to prepare. He doesn't want any additional distractions, or could this reflect on him negatively, unfairly? You know what I'm saying? So that's where I stand on it, right? My overall thing is I just think it's too premature to do it, but I understand why they do it. I think it could have waited a little bit longer to do this, but nonetheless they did it, and just not good timing in terms of press. And another thing to maybe knock Shedeur Sanders unfairly, probably in this upcoming draft. Anyway, guys, y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.